Ganvié is a little African Venice. There are no roads here, just a ballet of canoes. No fields, but small plots of sea. The water of the lagoon shapes the daily lives and destinies of its inhabitants. The Tofin, or men of the water.
Marc, raise the net.
Abel is 35 years old. Ever since he was a child, he's fished in the dark waters of the lagoon. Yeah, nice catch. Good job, Abel. You've got a lot of them here. That's great. They're little gray ones.
Yes, shrimp. Shrimp can't see at night. We light a lantern that attracts them to us, which makes for an abundant catch. The waters of the lagoon are connected to the ocean. Depending on the rainy season, the water is more or less salty. Sometimes it's fresh, sometimes it's salty. At the moment, it's fresh, which is why it's easy to catch shrimp.
There's a real difference between brackish and saltwater.
Yes.
The first rays of the sun mark the end of fishing. For Abel and me, it's time to head home. What I discover is a genuine city on the water. This lakeside town, the largest on the African continent, is home to over 35,000 people. Viewed from above, the houses on stilts seem to float on the water. In Ganvié, the canoe is the most precious possession. That's how they get around, eat, sell, and buy. To live here is to live to the rhythm of the water.
This is the morning floating market. We Tofin get up very early in the morning to go fishing. That's why the ladies stay here, to sell food to the men who go fishing. You'll find gari, porridge, beans, rice, fritters, and more.
Delicious.
We'll take some home for breakfast.
You have everything on your canoes, even fire.
We do everything on board. We have a fire, we cook, we sell, we eat.
Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you. Abel has always lived in Ganvié. His house stands on the outskirts of town, 100 meters or so from the open waters of the lagoon. Abel, are all these canoes yours?
In Ganvié, everyone has a canoe. My first wife, my second wife, my 6 children, me, and it's the same for all my neighbors.
Wow, that's a lot.
Mark, bring me those 2 paddles over there.
These?
Yes, those. You see, these paddles are very special. They symbolize the bond between us and our wives. We give them to our spouses when we get married.
Is this Josephine?
Yes.
She's your wife?
Yes.
What about this one?
That's Mondukpe.
Oh yeah, the names are on both. Each one has her paddle. Abel has 2 wives, Mondukpe and Josephine. They both live in separate houses built side by side. Together, they share the daily chores.
Look, Mark. First you drink, then you pour.
Got it.
It's a prayer to receive the blessing of our ancestors. They came here to escape the slaveholders and found safety here. That's why they named the village Ganvié, which means to be saved. They were farmers, not fishermen. They had to adapt to their environment and create a new way of life. Now it's my turn to pass that on to my son, Hubert.
Today, houses on stilts like that of Abel and his family stretch over the surface of the water for almost 2 kilometers. It's a lakeside city built over 300 years ago by the first Tofin people to escape the slave traders who were hunting them down. Located in southern Benin, on the waters of Lake Nokoué, Ganvié is protected from the Atlantic Ocean by a thin strip of land several kilometers long. The only connection is a narrow pass that allows the salty waters of the ocean to rush in. Hubert doesn't go to school. Like many children in Ganvié, he spends his days fishing to help his family. Hubert, do all the children, even the grandchildren, learn to sail?
Here, children learn to swim and sail at the same time they learn to walk around age 2. Handling a canoe is a tradition in Ganvié. To us, the boat is like our legs. Wherever you want to go in Ganvié, you can only get there by canoe. Without one, you can't do anything.
Together, we make our way to the edge of the village, where his friend Frédéric is waiting for us.
Frédéric, did you catch any fish?
Yes, a few.
You're pulling my leg. You didn't catch anything.
Do you both come here to fish?
Frédéric is my friend. We often go fishing, and afterwards, we sell our fish together.
That's nice. Can I try? Yes, I know. I can do better. Can I try again? One more time.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
When you explain it, it sounds simple.
Yes!
Oh, and I got a fish too. Awesome. That's nice. That's great. Good job, Hubert. You got a nice one there. Well done. Would you like to live on the mainland?
We were born here. This is where our parents raised us and where we grew up. Our big brothers who left for the mainland all came back here and don't want to leave again. When we hear that, we don't even want to see what's on the mainland. I want to live here my entire life. Yeah.
Merci.
Thank you. From the sky, Ganvié looks like a checkerboard. The Tofin calls these plots acajas, enclosures in which fish are trapped, attracted by piles of branches planted in the water. The acajas are the main economic resource of the lagoon's inhabitants. All young Tofin must learn how to install, maintain, and operate an acaja. Today, following in the footsteps of his father and their ancestors, Hubert is setting out on the path that will make him a man. Hubert, is this an important day for you?
Among the Tofin, in the village of Ganvié, it's only when you have an acaja of your own that you're really recognized by the community. That's when you become a man and become respectable.
We head for the shore in our canoe. To obtain the branches needed to make an acaja, the Tofin must turn to the land-based villages along the lagoon.
Hi. I came with my son Hubert to pass on our traditional fishing techniques. The time has come for him to have his own acaja.
Always own an acaja. Hubert, you're lucky, and you always will be. You'll always own an acaja. You'll obtain a lot of riches, because acajas are what our forefathers did. Are you happy to be here?
Yes, I'm very happy.
Are you sure?
Yes, positive.
Okay then, let's get to work.
Come on, buddy. Use those muscles.
Hubert, push it deep.
Come on, Hubert.
There, perfect.
This wood is called acacia. We use it to make acajas. This wood is water resistant.
Abel, how does the pilot navigate? His view is completely hidden by the branches.
The person at the front of the boat indicates the right direction by means of a rope system.
He steers the boat with the rope over his ears.
Yes, he bends, stretching the rope in the direction he needs to go. When it's time to go left, he leans left. When it's time to go right, he leans right.
And the pilot is all the way back there.
Yes, exactly.
Pretty original. Among the Tofin, Acadias are handed down from father to son. Soon, Abel will bequeath this piece of sea to Hubert, as his father did before him. Carrying on this tradition preserves the culture of the first Tofin people.
This is where we install the akaja. Each plot belongs to a family from Ganvié. This one, for example, belonged to my ancestors.
You're pushing it in. It's hard.
You see, when you put the acacia branches in water, they rot. And as they do so, fish are attracted because they're full of nutrients.
Okay. I see.
These branches are kind of like a pantry for the fish.
Oh, I see. How much time until you can catch the fish?
We'll leave the branches to rot for 2 to 3 weeks, long enough for a significant amount of fish to be attracted. When that's done, we surround the area with nets.
All around.
We remove the acacia branches and collect all the fish trapped inside. Hubert, take a good look at how the acacia branches are planted in the water. It's an ancestral technique handed down from generation to generation. Today, it's my turn to teach you. And one day, you'll do the same with your children.
As the leaves rot in the water, they attract fish, which feed on them, take refuge in them, and reproduce in them, becoming a kind of fish pen. Well, it's a huge job. It's a lot of work.
Well done. Are you happy, son?
Yes, I'm very proud, Father.
The akaja is our reason for being. In the days of our ancestors, once an akaja had been farmed, it was left to lie fallow for years. That's no longer the case today. Nowadays, we don't let the plots renew themselves, because that's how we make a living. That's why the fish in the lagoon are smaller than they used to be. Now, all I can hope for is that our children will be able to overcome the hardships they'll have to face.
In Ganvié, these enclosures stretch as far as the eye can see, reminding me that the Tofin are first and foremost farmers of the sea. At nightfall, I meet up with Abel's friends and family. Building an akaja is a shared undertaking, a collective act through which they claim their belonging to the clan. There's spice in this. It's hot.
Hubert, those who came along to build your akaja are here with us. Let us thank them for the help they gave us today. We are a family.
Hubert's akaja won't be ready for harvesting until a few weeks. In the meantime, Abel takes me to lend a hand in one of his neighbor's plots. In this akaja, which has been cultivated for 3 months now, there are no more branches. Instead, nets have been set to encircle the fish. Oh, wow.
This is a large akaja domain. We started harvesting 3 months ago, and there are fish here every day.
An akaja is actually a field of fish.
There's a big one there. Yes.
Oh yeah, great.
Marc, help me.
It's a whole skill set. Look at that. He's mean to me.
You know, as the years go by, more and more people come here to fish. In the days of our ancestors, there were far fewer of us, but I'm confident. God will make sure that we never run out of fish. If God wants us to go on dry land, there's nothing we can do about it, and we'll respect His will. Besides, we lived on dry land before we came here. Even if we don't want to go back there, if God tells us to, we will.
This morning, we're on our way to a baptism. Family, friends, neighbors, everyone gathers to celebrate the arrival of a new child in the community. I realized to what degree the spiritual bond unites the Tofin people to the waters of the lagoon. That very lagoon which yesterday offered them refuge nourishes them today and will protect their identity and culture tomorrow.